What's up, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV here. So, in conversation with my boy Melvin, we discuss the things that we see from our classmates, our high school classmates, and elementary school classmates on social media. And we have something that we see in common. We see a nice amount of our high school friends or people that we went to school with in toxic relationships that they are completely, like, it's just so toxic. I don't even understand how the person that we know is mentally stable at this point. It's just nothing but toxic. Like, it's just so toxic. You be like, how the hell is this person still functioning properly in society with a relationship just that is so tumultuous? Like, they're dealing with a cantankerous person, a person that's disorderly, somebody who's just obnoxious, that's over the top, that is just unruly, completely unruly. And I'm thinking, that can't be good for their mental health. Like, and then it'll have a bad effect on their physical health. But a lot of times in our neighborhoods and the communities that we grew up in Chicago, not even just in Chicago, in a lot of different communities that we see in different areas, we have a lot of dysfunction that we saw in the neighborhoods that we grew up in. It was a lot of dysfunction to the point where people started to think it was normal. Maybe you grew up in a household where you saw your mom and your dad hitting each other back and forth, cussing each other out every single day, fighting every single day. People snapping and leaving a house cussing every single day. Or, I don't know, maybe you saw your friends' household like that, your cousins, your aunties, and you thought that was custom. That was like just what was going to happen in all relationships regardless. That is not true. Relationships shouldn't be tumultuous. It shouldn't be hostile. It shouldn't be volatile. It's supposed to be a partnership with love, companionship, and it's supposed to be a fruitful and a lively journey. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a great journey between two individuals who connect with one another. All of that hostility, that is not supposed to be tolerated. It's not supposed to be accepted. Like, I'll be seeing relationships. I knew individuals that I went to school with. Their boyfriends was abusive as hell. I knew some girls who was abusive to men that they was dating. Like, I mean, would hit them all the time, talk crazy to them, talk to them like they wasn't nothing, like they was the scum of the earth. And I'm thinking, how are you in a relationship with this person? How is this still going on, and how are you still functioning properly? Just because time has been put in with a person does not mean you gotta stay with that person. That does not mean that. At some point, something should trigger in your mind and say, this is not good for me. I gotta exit stage left. You gotta be gone. Cause ain't no person worth your mental stability. I don't care. I don't care who it is. No person is worth your mental stability. And I see these people, even like abuse and all that stuff going back and forth. My mother always told me this. When you're in a relationship with somebody and you feel like it's going to get physical, you feel like you have thoughts about hitting a person, it's time for you to leave. It's time for you to go. Because their relationship is not good for you. It's doing something to your mental state where you're thinking about laying hands. Like, I mean, beating and hitting your significant other. Something's wrong in that situation. Where you even thought, like, that even crossed your mind, something's wrong in that situation. Let me say this, nobody should be hitting nobody. Everybody needs to keep their hands to themselves. But I be seeing in relationships where the men beat on the women beat on the men, or sometimes they just go back and forth. And they act like it's normal and act like everything is all good and say, you know, these hardships come with relationships. No, it's not. That's not. We had this myth sometime in the hood. Like, we had these myths in the hood that all relationships are, like, you know, this rockiness, every relationship is at times tumultuous, and it's at times, you know, it go through a lot of hostility between the two. Sometimes we think that's all relationships. No, it's not. It's not. And we gotta push that narrative they gotta get out of everybody's conscience. Cause I be looking and I be seeing some of this stuff, like, I'll be looking at what people be dealing with, and I be thinking, ain't no way on God's green earth I could deal with that type of stuff. There's no way. A person calling you out your name every single day, and I mean getting into it with you on social media, going back and forth, talking about you like a dog, And then 2 days later, y'all back on Instagram with pictures. We love each other dearly. We ain't going nowhere. This is, this is to the end of time. But you was just talking about that person like they was the scum of the earth 2 days ago, and you expect social media to forget it. Which is why you shouldn't let social media into a relationship as well. But at the same time, your significant other should have respect for you to where they're not calling you they calling you anything but God. They calling you anything but a child of God. They calling you all type of crazy words, stuff that you be like, damn, I never thought nobody was gonna say that about me or call me that name. But I've seen it several times, and I be like, what the hell is wrong with this person? Like, I don't know. But no relationship is supposed to be volatile. Seriously. It's some people that go home every single day anticipating an argument. Like, they just waiting for an argument to occur. They anticipate, like, this argument is going to happen when I get in the crib. We're going to have an argument. It's going to be all right. We're going to be good after that. No, that's not sane. That is not sane. And I don't think nobody should ever get used to nothing like that. Nobody, whether it's man or woman, I don't think nobody should get used to something like that. But I think sometimes people get used to something because it's all they know. They think that they have to live with this. It is what it is. It's not going to get no better for me. First of all, I think you should have more faith, in the person that you are, more confidence in yourself to know that you can attract somebody much better than what you with right now. Especially if they're, when I say attract somebody that's much better, that has a much better personality, a much better spirit, a calmer, peaceful spirit than what you with right now. Nobody should be with somebody that they know is like they not a joy to be around. You like, oh damn, here they come. Here they come. Every time you see them, oh, here they come. Here they come with their BS. Like, for real? I don't know. And they be people that have children together, that have a family together, and it's just nothing but a vile situation. And the kids looking and thinking that that's normal, so they're going to think that's acceptable for whatever future relationship they have. Come on, man. We got to stop that. For real. We got to stop that stuff in the hood, because a lot of people in the hood think that this is how relationships are supposed to go. We beat on each other, we cuss each other. You only got to beat on each other. We verbally abuse each other. We talk crazy to each other, call each other all out, call each other every name in the book, talk crazy to each other, and this is how it's going to be. It's going to be good. It is what it is. Go back 2 days later, act like ain't nothing happened, and it is what it is. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. And you shouldn't be setting an example like that for your children, for your nieces and nephews, with your little cousins or whatever, because your little cousins watch you. My little cousins watch me closely. They observe me. And what the hell example would I be setting for them to be out here in a relationship this vile and volatile, and I'm out here acting a complete ass or acting crazy? They're going to look like, well, that's what I'm supposed to have when I get older. That's what I'm supposed to be like. It's kind of like in the hood when we saw, dudes in the neighborhood have 10 baby mamas and 10 kids. Sometimes we thought that was what we were supposed to do. We thought we were supposed to have kids everywhere, every single, across all across the block, all across Chicago, all across whatever. We were supposed to do that. But in reality, it makes your life very, very, it makes it very complicated. And it can make your life harder than what you want it to be. Now again, if you have kids, all across the neighborhood, whatever you did, what you did, it is what it is now. All you can do is continue to take care of your children, and you continue to live a positive life and be a positive role model for them. You know what I mean? It happens. You know what I mean? My father had children from, different women and things like that, but he was always present in our lives and always let us know we're supposed to live, not supposed to have turmoil within our lives. But anyway, back to the subject, man. When we see things, we think that, or around us so much, we think that that's what we're supposed to do. What we're supposed to have in our life, that's what our life's supposed to be. No, it's not what your life's supposed to be. At a certain age, I think everybody should know what's right from wrong, and you should be able to say, that's not what it's supposed to be like. I ain't supposed to have that. I'm supposed to have something different. Sometimes it takes another person with more wisdom to tell you, you deserve better. You need better. It's not worth it for you to go on and move on out of a situation. But I see too many young folks, and I mean these people be 24, 25, thinking they supposed to be with an abusive person for the rest of their life because they've been together for so long. And I'll be like, man, no. You don't want to be living your life in your 50s with a person that's just volatile and you really can't stand them for real. You just tolerating them. You don't want to be tolerating nobody. You want to be happy. You want to be living in bliss. And you want to just be, you want to be joy. You want to experience joy when you're with that person. Not, oh, here we go again. Here they come. But I see a lot of people that deal with that and I be like, come on, man. There's no way you can live a life that's productive as you want it to be when you got a person at home that's just spraying negativity over your head, or y'all spraying negativity over each other's head. Like, come on, man. Get out of that. Get out of that, man. First of all, abuse is, again, I say abuse is not okay from any side at all. But you shouldn't even be thinking about being like that. If that cross your mind, something wrong. Something is wrong. Either something wrong in you, or something wrong in your significant other, or something wrong in the whole dynamic in general. But, you know, I'm seeing it too much. And they be like y'all young. It's like, nah, man. You ain't got to stay with a person because you've been with them for a long time. Y'all get kids. Listen, I understand. Nobody wants to break up their nest. But at the same time, you got to do what's best for your kids. Maybe what's staying with that person not best for your kids. It's not best for you. You can't be the best parent you want to be in a relationship with this person. You feeling like, oh my God, I'm confined in this volatile situation. Again, don't spend your life with an unruly person because you think that's how it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to be like that at all. At all. And in the hood, we got this mentality. A lot of people in the hood got this mentality that we saw it so much all the time. We saw it happen every single day. This is as good as it's going to get. No. Not at all. Because I can point to a lot of positive examples of relationships that I see people living in every single day. That let me know I'm not going to get into nothing that's not positive. I'm not going to get into a dysfunctional situation, you know, and be losing my mind, graying my hair graying at 26, or whatever the case may be, me stressing out, losing weight drastically because I'm just so up in arms about what the hell I'm going to do. I'm in this crazy situation with this crazy woman, or if you're a woman, you in a crazy situation with a crazy dude. You looking like, what the hell? But I knew it was some stuff I saw in the hood. I'm like, I don't want that for me. I don't want that for my kids. I don't want that for myself. I'm not dealing with no volatile woman. And women should think the same thing. A woman should think she's not dealing with no volatile man. It's not gonna be conducive to your mental health or your physical health either. So if you with a person that you know is volatile, they unruly, the mood swings back and forth, they crazy, and you just like, oh my God, it's taking you down the drain. You need to exit stage left. Tell them, look, okay, we had a situation, you know, things happen. You gotta go. Cause no person is worth your mental health. Nobody is worth your sanity. It's not. Peace.